Well, here's a quick look at the calendar. There's a calendar right there, nature's calendar. It's almost time for blackberries to start coming in. Yep, kind of gauge things. You know, what if we could live our lives to where we just go by what's ripening up and what's time to pick? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of casual. Look here. See that? Wilson's about to be a daddy. Got all kinds of stuff growing there. You know, Wilson's made out of walking onions, as I'm sure most people know. And I've got a bunch of these around here. But these are going to be seed stock for next year. What you're seeing here is my notebook. This is about the categories for SHEDWAR'S Universe. Now, this is a whole bunch of chicken scratch, all right? So I want to briefly discuss some of this and then tell you where you can find a cleaned up version of this to go by. And we need your help. Now, before I get started with this, I'd like to make a quick mention. Ooh, let's get more comfortable here. I'd like to make a quick mention of, that's not so comfortable after all, of the SHEDWAR'S Youth Division that has just been enacted. You can go over to John's channel, Will It Grow, and see his video on that. This is an exciting thing that many of us have been waiting for. And so now, SHEDWAR'S Youth Division is now a thing. So go check out the video. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and you can go right to John's video discussing it. Now, today's episode here of SHEDWAR'S is going to be the first of several that I just rapidly put out there. So bear with me and look for those, as I got quite a few of them that I need to get done and get them behind me. And so you'll see them pretty quickly. Now, back to this here chicken scratch. You see, lots of categories here. Okay, the categories surround basically, what do we do in SHEDWAR'S? Well, the SHEDWAR'S competition, the gardening competition is we focus on teaching people how to grow their own food through gardening of all different ways possible, and gathering food, whether it's foraging for blackberries or fishing or gathering up mushrooms or raising of farm animals or growing things in weird containers, right? That's what we do. We focus on food, and primarily the thing that we want to teach the most with the SHEDWAR'S competition each year is the gardening, container gardening, any kind of way to garden, hydroponics, aquaponics, because all life on Earth, with the exception of some extremophiles, which do not need sunlight in order to live and reproduce, require the sun to get their energy from. Either the plants to get their energy or the things that eat the plants. So it's all about that common denominator. And anyone can grow food no matter where they are, if they're in an apartment or whatever. That is the focus of SHEDWAR'S, the competition, the game. The SHEDWAR'S universe is an expanding place that it exists inside of. The SHEDWAR'S universe is a place where all of our members can share more of their lives in greater detail, more things that they have to teach. And it all revolves around these basic things. What do? Well, we grow food. Next, what do we do with the food that we've grown? And then after that, why do we do it? Why do we grow this food? Why do we eat? Where do we put that energy? What do we put it into? So now the last part, you see, that why do we eat? And then turn that energy, that potential energy into something, you know, do we do it because we like to run? Do we do it because we like to hike or travel? Or what? What do you eat for? What keeps you going? What motivates you? Those kind of things, you know. Your hobbies, your must-dos, whatever it is. That is that last category that is absolutely as unlimited as the people on this earth. So, in the first section, now let me break this down real quick. We're going to have sections, we're going to have it sectioned off, the SHEDWAR'S universe categories, into these different things. The first one, of course, is going to be gardening. All right, these that I've got circled, these are standalone things here. And they are not limited to the items that I have here listed beside it. This is what you call the catch-all, for lack of a better way to say it, or a master category. SHEDWARS hashtag SHEDWARS gardening. Within that gardening hashtag, or that category, that main category, we're going to have all the different ways that you can do gardening and grow your own food, okay? Let's say SHEDWARS, imagine SHEDWARS going all the way down here where it's blank, but SHEDWARS gardening, just like regular gardening, SHEDWARS hydroponics, hashtag SHEDWARS aquaponics, permaculture, container gardening, wild edibles, herbal, and greenhouse. Let's see, farming and agriculture. I think farming, SHEDWARS farming will be a separate category, but there could be SHEDWARS agriculture as well for larger farms. It's like the difference between horticulture and agriculture. And whatever that noise is, somebody's alarm's going off in the car. Oh my God, I'm already into 8 minutes here with this. But horticulture is like small gardening of all kinds. And agriculture is large gardening of all kinds, large plots of land. So main categories, we've got hashtag gardening, hashtag SHEDWARS cooking, and all the different methods of cooking that we can think of. Just regular SHEDWARS cooking, like in the kitchen or whatever. SHEDWARS baking, recipes, outdoor cooking, solar cooking, whatever else that we can think of that is a major category that enough people will be having something to offer. That's the main theme behind this. When we do these categories, it needs to be something that is that a lot of people can relate to before we want to make this a category, because we're going to develop these things. It's going to go on the website, and all of this is leading up to something that's even bigger. So we don't want to have little tiny hashtags that are one of and not too many people care about. Like there is a way that you can cook your meals on the engine block of a running vehicle. Once it's hot, you wrap it up in tinfoil and put it on the engine block. But hashtag SHEDWARS engine block cooking is not going to be a recognized category, okay? It is a way, but that's not going to be a category. You see what I'm saying there? Okay. Food preservation, hashtag SHEDWARS food preservation will be one of them. Hold on, now I'm getting that dang warning. Apparently I've got to figure out how to get rid of that 10-minute counter so that I can make ever longer videos. Okay, let's see. Hashtag SHEDWARS food preservation will be one, and all the different ways that we can think of, including hashtag SHEDWARS rebel canning. We've had some people wanting to know about that. SHEDWARS hashtag homesteading. These are circled, are the catch-alls, okay, for these things. Now, large livestock, small livestock, aquaculture, beekeeping, let's see, hashtag SHEDWARS trades, right? Just about anything that you can think of was at one time a trade. I thought about arts and crafts, but that is really belittling what used to be a respected trade. Like when you see crocheting, or candle making, or soap making, a lot of people, or quilting or sewing, they would think, well, that's arts and crafts. Well, maybe in our world today, but back in the day when blacksmithing was a trade, woodworking, or many of the other things that we know and love were trades, these were too. Candle makers, soap makers, this kind of stuff was trades. So it's all going to be hashtag SHEDWARS trades. There's another one that you really want to know about. Now this is, we're getting into the, why you do what you do and how you do it, right? We've got some more. SHEDWARS prepping, survival, bushcraft, DIY, SHEDWARS travel, lifestyle, outdoors, and off-grid. Now look at here, you see that? That says shopping. SHEDWARS shopping. For lack of a better way to put that category, that's what I've called it. If you have your own business, let's say you are a candle maker or a soap maker or woodworker or whatever it is that you do, and you have a retail concern, right? If you've got things to sell, well, hashtag SHEDWARS shopping for right now is a master category for you to use, and people can find your stuff there. It'll be a way for us to help network with each other and be one more avenue for you to put your world out there and to help yourself and to gain traction from the traction that you've given SHEDWARS. Now, let me make clear one more time. These things, okay, these are not for official SHEDWARS21 videos, okay? That is the competition. The competition of SHEDWARS is SHEDWARS21, and then, but you know, that's the competition thing, and we don't want to put this stuff in there. And to that effect, or to that cause, what I want to do is I'm going to make another video about the new requirement for SHEDWARS21 gardening. That's 2 required videos. But this has been long enough. I will put this video in, or I'll put all these categories that we have right now into the description, and it will also be on the community page later. And we would like to get your feedback on all of this. If you've got new ideas for master categories or subcategories, please leave us your comments. I will keep the one on the community page for a long time. This is not your last chance. This is one of your first chances to join us. And we'll be changing these and updating it as we go. SHEDWARS is a thing that's growing and changing. It's about to rain me out here, so let me get this wrapped up, And I will see you on the next one. Thank you all for helping us make Shed Wars such a success. And I'll see you on the next video, rapid fire style.